My name is Tanea Wilson, and I am a network engineer at a 911 dispatch center.
I am the IT security specialist at Canterbury Christchurch University in the UK.
I am a field services technician.
My name is Kelly Birmingham. I work for the Royal British Legion.
Well, the Grateful Dead wrote a song called What a Long Strange Trip It's Been. I started out, I was a firefighter. Had wanted to be an electrician, but I could never get a job that was copacetic with my really weird firefighting schedule. So I had to give that up, and I thought, okay, I want a brain job. Decided that I probably, being female, was not going to get a job unless I had some sort of certification because I didn't have any experience.
I went to college for a tech degree, but then I ended up running a fitness business for 11-ish years. And when I decided to get back in IT full time, the first thing I did was see where the industry was. Technology moves so fast, and 10 years is a long time. And the first thing I found was the Net Plus and ITProTV. So I subscribed and I studied and got the Net Plus exam.
With my A+, within a year and a half, I went from a mom and pop shop to CNN Center.
And then I continued on to the CCNA, and then I got my first help desk job. And then from there, I became a network administrator, and I did the CCNP, and now I'm network engineer, and I'm going for the IE.
During an IT restructure at the university, as things happen, an external consultant had come in and said, well, you need to have a dedicated role for IT security, which they'd never had before, which was absolutely perfect for me because just before that consultant came in, I'd literally just qualified for my CompTIA Security Plus qualification. So I said, well, when that role came up, threw my hat in the ring and said, I'd like to interview for that role. I interviewed it. Clearly, I got it. I've been doing it since 2018.
The contract at Turner ended. So I left there and I went back into firefighting related. I worked at a sprinkler company. And from there, I was going to go to nursing school, but I got seduced by electricity. Very fatefully, I was at a cookout talking to a friend of a friend, and he was saying, we were talking about my IT background, and he said, well, you know, if you got this certification and this certification and this certification, I could get you a really good job at this local facility. So I went home and I did some research, and I figured from where I was, the next thing I needed to get was Network Plus. I bought the books that night.
At the place where I was working, they introduced what they called an innovation unit. So it was essentially looking at how we can lean processes in the workplace, how we can use technology to improve user experience and improve the experience for our customers. And I went for that role and I got it. Then I applied for a business analyst role, and I got that after just a month of being in that team. And then I've gradually worked my way up to senior business analyst manager, and then my current role now, which is a senior IT business partner. So it's been a lot of hard work, but I've really just opened myself up to new opportunities, pushed myself out of my comfort zone quite regularly.
So my journey to where I am now has gone through a various myriad of snakes and twists and turns and changes, but all the better for it.
I knew that being a woman and not having any experience was going to be a big bugaboo, and that's why I went for the certification, because that tells them that you know something.
I think there's a perception that IT is a very male-dominated industry.
My advice would be to reach out to other women who are where you're trying to go or have been where you are now, and ask a lot of questions. Don't be scared to ask your questions and ask for help.
You can't go through life without getting help from people. And I think something when you first start out, you sometimes might think, I don't need to ask for help. I can do this. I can do this on my own. If I ask for help, I think I'm no good. But asking for help isn't a weakness. It's something that's probably one of the strongest things you can do, and say, we've all got skills, we're all good at some things, but other things we need some help with.
I guess my biggest piece of advice is that don't worry if you're not going down the traditional route. So you don't necessarily have to have gone to university and done technical degrees or anything like that to get into the industry. I think the biggest thing is that you're ambitious and that you're hardworking and that you're open to new opportunities.
And don't be scared to fight. There will be a lot of resistance and negativity, and use that to fuel yourself, your passion, to your goal, to your dreams.
Don't feel that because something's on the job specification that you haven't quite done yet, don't be put off going for it. Go for it, try it. The worst you can get is a no. And in life, we always get no's. So don't let the no's get you down, and keep coming back until you get a yes.